Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing y'all how to remove a Mule 3010 gas model engine. So I'll go ahead and set this over here. This is the bed. I always take the beds off whenever I do engine removals on these mules. It makes it 10 times easier. Let's go ahead and set that right there. I got a new tractor, by the way, if anyone's curious. It's a 2021 Kubota LX 2610. There you go. I'll make another video on that for anyone curious. So today we're going to be removing this gas motor. This 3010, it has low compression, I believe, according to my gauge. So this motor needs to be pulled out. Before you do anything, go ahead and make sure that you put some PB blaster on these bolts for the exhaust. Same on these back three. They like to rust and lock up real easy. And of course, go ahead and drain your oil and everything. I'll do that here in a few minutes off camera, because that's pretty easy. Some of this stuff is already unbolted on this thing, so I apologize. It's not going to be a full detailed video, and I'm also recording by myself, so if I miss something or can't video everything, I apologize, but I'll try to be as thorough as I can. And if y'all have any questions, just drop them in the comments below. I will be happy to answer them. So first things first, I like to tackle the belt cover. To do this, you're going to need a 14 millimeter, and it's a fairly long bolt here on the bottom. Pull this out, there's going to be a sleeve on there right here, and this will pop off. You have to undo the hose clamp, which someone already did for me, so that's a little time. And I usually like to put all the bolts back in the same spot so I don't lose them. Oh, look at that, someone had this loose already too. Perfect, makes my job easier. So I'll go ahead and put this in there. Let me throw some PB blaster and everything on that, on those exhaust bolts, and we'll get back to it. Another thing you'll need is a clutch puller. I'm gonna go ahead and mention that right now before someone starts working on this. You will need a clutch puller for the primary clutch. Secondary clutch is, it does not require one. The Mule 2510s and the 2500, I believe, do not have a pressed on clutch, so you can just slide those right off, but you might have to take it off and check. Let me spray these bolts and we'll get back to wrenching. The next step we're gonna actually do, which I'll probably do off camera because it's a little easier, is we need to undo these bolts around here. These are just 8 millimeters. That'll take the clutch cover off. While you're doing that, go ahead and take your shock here off. This makes it a lot easier to get the clutch cover out. It's 14 millimeter bolt, top and bottom. Go ahead and remove the shock. I'm gonna go ahead and jack it up too and remove this tire, because that makes it a lot easier as well. Once you get that out of the way, I'll pick back up. Let me do that, and I'll be back in a minute. One thing I forgot to mention, if you take this thing off, it makes it a lot easier, or if you just take the exhaust off first. Next are the clutches. This one should be a 19 millimeter, I believe, and this one's a 17. Go ahead and zip these off. You will need your clutch puller. I will show you all that in a second. All right, so once you remove your 19 millimeter bolt, go ahead and get your clutch puller started in there. Don't start it with the impact so you don't strip it. And then you're just gonna run it in. Remove your clutch puller. Sorry about this, I'm doing this by myself. And then your clutch will slide off and out, and you can take your belt with it. Don't leave your clutches out in the rain, they will be trashed if you do. This one, let's go ahead and take this one off together. It's a 19 millimeter. I forgot, so these deep sockets with the big walls, focus, won't fit inside of there, so you'll probably need to use a thin wall 17 millimeter. Maybe not. Why is this not fitting? Is it a 19? I thought it was a 17. I'm sorry. For some reason, mine is not fitting with a 17. Must be... Oh, I see someone rounded off mine. Okay, I'm going to try to bump it up to an 18. If yours has never been off, you won't have this issue. I'm going to bump mine up to an 18. Impact makes a big difference when working on stuff. And then you'll be able to usually slide the clutch right off. Sometimes it's a little stuck. Might have to do a little prying action on this one. We'll see. Maybe spray a little penetrating fluid in there. Usually if yours is a clean low hour machine, I don't see these things get stuck. They usually come right off. Let me go ahead and get this off. I might have to pry a little bit. Just be careful if you have to pry yours. Alright, I got mine removed, and now what's left is these 12 millimeters. It looks like someone has already removed these, so this motor might have been taken out before. So these are 12 millimeters, and this whole plastic cover should pop right off. Let me go ahead and zip those out with the impact. Alright, next you'll have this little plate right here. Same thing, 12 millimeter bolts, 3 of them. Take those off, and we'll move on. Alright, so I got that bracket off. Next thing I'm going to do is take off the shifter bracket. It's two 12 millimeters right here, and then there's 2 more down here that hold the shroud on. Undo those, and you can already go ahead and disconnect your air intake. And there's going to be some pigtails coming from the harness. Usually they're wrapped in a inside of a Velcro case, but since this one's been messed with before, this one does not have that. So go ahead and undo all that, and I'll turn the camera back on once I do that. Alright, so after you have that disconnected, you also go ahead and disconnect your fuel line while you're at it. What also needs to be undone is your starter cable here, your ground, and go ahead and undo these 4 10 millimeter bolts for the muffler, as well as these back 12 millimeter bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, and I'll jump back on. Okay, I got all that disconnected. Usually I can kind of just bend the tab on that positive in order to get a wrench onto this. Next thing is you need to disconnect your carburetor throttle cable that connects right there. You just slide this over, and it swings up and out of the way. Next, you need to undo your choke cable here, which mine is already undone, so I guess I don't have to worry about that. So you just lift that up and squeeze that through there, and it pops right off. And then I believe that's all we need here. So next we'll go ahead and undo these bolts on the bottom. Pretty sure they're 12 millimeters. Yeah, they're 12 millimeters, so undo those. And then after that, we'll drain our coolant out, and we'll be ready to go. All right, I kind of moved ahead, but so what I did is I disconnected the coolant, or the radiator hoses. And after that, you should be free to go ahead and lift out. I was able to lift this by myself, and I have back issues, so I'd say most people are going to be able to lift this motor out no problem. The only ones that you cannot lift out without help is the diesel. This is what the diesel engine looks like for those that are curious. This is the diesel. This motor is very, very heavy. Definitely need a tractor or some kind of engine hoist to get that motor out by yourself. Even with 2 people, it's pretty hard to get out because of the position it's in. Gas engine's super easy. I probably start to finish, it only took me about, I'd say 35 to 45 minutes to get this motor out, so not bad at all. If anyone has any questions, please comment below. I'm usually pretty quick to answer. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else to add. I'd say most people can probably have this out in an hour and a half doing it the first time, if you know, if they're rushing, or as long as they don't run into any other issues. I was gonna also mention, this is my tractor. I already mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I'll have a video out on this thing soon of me doing some work with it for those that are curious. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if y'all haven't already. Like I said, any questions, please drop them below. I'm more than happy to help y'all out. So y'all have a nice day, and thanks for watching.